Welcome to Inquiry into Self. This is the second of a 7-part series where I share my personal experience of arriving to feeling peace as the nature of existence, even during upheaval. So, the next step was really looking and seeing what is going on when conflict is happening. So, I checked within inside myself. I see outside people who have a lot of power seem to do things to people who are less fortunate, or different countries going to war. What is that energy? And so I looked inside myself, and the first thing that came up was looking at when there's a shortage of something at a store. Could be for a recipe, or it could be a gift that everybody seems to want, some last item, that maybe a sale, and I end up getting the last one or one of the last ones, and I see that there's other people who want it. And there have been times when I've taken that item and it just seems like it's mine. I was the one in line, or I got there first, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It seems like it's mine. I take it. Obviously there's other people who want it, but the rules seem to be that I get to have it. And in my head, I might justify that. I have a particular recipe I need, and this is really important, or I'm giving a gift. This is really important. Or some other occasion where it just seems like, yes, my life is going to be better. My plans are going to work better. The person I love is going to be happier if I have the item. And I just decide, the other people are going to be able to make do with something else. They could cook something else or give a different gift. They're going to be able to make do. And I noticed what I was doing in my mind. I was creating in my head that my need is urgent, important, critical, and they have the flexibility to find another option. Isn't that interesting? I imagine it's very similar thinking at the core of most conflicts. The person who has the position of strength is feeling like it is their right. They have an ultimate objective that seems very important. They have a goal that seems very valuable. And somehow they decide that the other people are going to be able to make do otherwise. you know it's the same thought process. Or it could be in traffic. I may cut somebody off because this is the 15% in my life when I really, really, really have to get somewhere in a hurry. So surely everybody else is in there 85% of the time when they don't. Somehow I decide that I need to get there. It's really important, and they can step back. And that's the exact same thinking. So this fundamental aggression or offense, it's the same thinking that's in me. And as I explore that thinking, I know that eventually I grew out of that, for the most part. Eventually, I start to feel that there is sufficient in the world, abundance in the world, that there's many options available to me. And that kind of thinking has diminished so much, just naturally. As I've grown, and as I've paid attention, and as I've wanted relationships that work. So it's made me not be so threatened by that kind of thinking when I see it in the world, because I recognize it's a stage. And if I made it out of that stage, everyone's likely to eventually make it out of that stage. It wasn't fun for me to have those experiences fundamentally. I prefer to be in a more community-oriented, sharing, relational way of being. So that really started to shift my idea about conflict. Now we'll continue on to the next exploration of my journey into greater peace.